Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, talking all things professional wrestling here on the GSMC Sports Network. So, hope you guys had an amazing week. It is Friday, as I like to call it. We made it. It's time for the weekend. Those who work Monday through Friday, congratulations. Time to put up your feet, relax, hang out with the kids, and just chill. If a lot of people don't just, have the weekends off. It's kind of sucks. I'm one of those people. I'm like, I'm off Sundays, so Sundays, it's not bad. I like Sundays, especially when football starts. It's gonna be dope. But Saturdays, I usually go. It's Saturdays are actually one of my long days. I think I work like almost like 10 hours. But yeah, I'm not gonna let that get me down. Love the podcast, love the viewers, love my family, love everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Like I said, I am your main man, your main wrestling guru, your boy E on the mic always. We have a lot on tap today. We have our WWE Smackdown preview. Then we have our Thursday night wrestling review. We jump into the world of Ring of Honor, also TNA Impact, and then we're gonna follow it up with WWE briefcase, the Money in the Bank briefcase. In my opinion, and I've read a lot of sources online and stuff like that, a lot of articles. It's kind of supporting this fact, to saying that was the Money in the Bank briefcase wasted? This Money in the Bank, I overall agree that no, why am I giving it away? Stay tuned. Uh, then we're gonna jump on. We're gonna talk about John Cena's retirement tour. We've been talking about John Cena quite a lot on the podcast. Obviously, he's the best wrestler to ever do it. So we're gonna kind of go through the rundown of kind of what he said in his press conference, what other wrestlers kind of perceive what's going to happen, but most importantly, I'm going to give you guys my prediction on how it's all going to end up for John Cena at WrestleMania 41. And lastly, like every Friday, my last segment, I talk about my weekly wrestling news roundup. I talk about some of the biggest headlines in sports, inside the ring, outside the ring, behind the curtain, even sometimes, in Hollywood and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you be yeah, I can't wait to, get started. Well, guys, before we do anything, I want to remind you guys to use the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. We get a number of questions from viewers like you that come in during the show. So leave a positive review here at the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity, 1,010%. Remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button. Follow the show, follow the GSMC Sports Network so I can take you along a ride. Professional wrestling ended every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys leave a chat, honestly, it shows a lot better with a lot of audience engagement. Other than that, I'm just mumbling, by myself on the podcast for an hour. I'm just kidding. No, it's oh, it's so bad. I'm just kidding. No, but I definitely love it when you guys give me your opinions. Tell me, well, how do you think the Money in the Bank briefcase was kind of wasted? Let me know what you guys think about what's going to happen on SmackDown, the world of your Ring of Honor, TNA, wherever, this is your wrestling show. I kind of like to compare the show as you're kind of sitting at a bar, you're a wrestling fan, and then kind of walk into, coincidentally sit next to somebody who also has a passion for wrestling. And then you just hash it out, hang out, and chill. So, once again, the link is at the GSMCpodcast.net. So let's dig on into that. All right, our first segment, let's talk about WWE Smackdown. WWE Smackdown is live tonight from the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's time. It's time to start building up towards SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer, happening August 3rd in Cleveland, Ohio, at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Finally, poor Cleveland Browns Stadium is going to get, probably a chance at achieving success. No, I'm just kidding. No, the Browns have always kind of had a really good team. Deshaun Watson kind of needs to, do Deshaun Watson things like when he was like pretty good. But, it's kind of crazy how they got rid of Joe Flacco. But, nevertheless, talk about wrestling. So Bayley is preparing for her title match against Nia Jax at SummerSlam. So you could expect probably like a back and forth hazing. Honestly, you're going to have Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time, the Mrs. Money in the Bank. She's going to be, accompanying Nia Jax. But Nia Jax, she's, is also a little skeptical about Tiffany Stratton now, knowing that she could cash in the case after the match with Bayley, perhaps taking away Nia Jax's chance at being the WWE Women's Champion holder, which would kind of be, honestly, I would not like to see that. I've wanted to see Nia Jax kind of have a singles run, kind of, hold a championship longer than, what she had before. So definitely think that was pretty cool. Tonight we're going to see Nia Jax taking on Michin of the OC. Obviously, they've had a lot of back and forth negative banter, attacking each other on numerous occasions. So now they're going to be in the ring. They're going to settle. They're going to hash it out. No doubt in my mind. Obviously, you're going to see Nia Jax kind of picking up the victory here. But what I'm kind of speculating what's going to happen is obviously Michin stepped in when Bayley was, getting attacked. So you're going to see Bayley probably do the same thing. And then Bayley, you're going to see Tiffany Stratton and then Nia Jax totally start taking down Bayley. And then it's going to get to the point where they kind of look at each other and they're like, oh, I'm going to be the one to defeat her. No, I'm going to be the, you know what I mean? Like you're going to get that classic WWE kind of promo there. Next we have Apollo Crews is teaming up with Baron Corbin, taking on Legado del Fantasma. It's going to be interesting to see who picks up this match. Obviously, it is kind of a low, mid-card kind of match. But Baron Corbin has been trying to reestablish his character ever since he's been brought up by NXT. Right now on the SmackDown division, you kind of need a little bit, kind of more, kind of not thunder within the singles division. Because just to name them off, you have Kevin Owens, you have Randy Orton, you also have Logan Paul, LA Knight, and now, kind of rising up rapidly. You've seen Solo Sikoa be that type of person. And you have Cody Rhodes, so 6 of the top SmackDown superstars. And if, Baron Corbin has the potential to have all that, definitely 1,010% to be someone that WWE could, kind of hold a title for, kind of hold it, give the title to him. I have a chat from my man, Jin freaking some PNG. United States of America, acknowledge me. That's cool. I acknowledge you, my friend. I acknowledge you, my man. So a lot of stuff happening on SmackDown tonight. We have the new WWE Tag Team Champions. You have D.I.Y. going to be on SmackDown. What's Austin Theory and Darren Waller? What are they going to do? Are they going to ask for a rematch? Is the WWE going to finally split them up? I know there's been a lot of speculation of a face turn for Austin Theory. I kind of like it. I think it would be great for his character. Also, Grayson Waller fully, fully accepting that heel. Absolutely. He kind of reminds me of like an Australian, kind of like Chris Jericho, where he's able to kind of manipulate people to kind of go on his side and stuff like that, but he ultimately kind of uses them, so to speak. So definitely, in my opinion, I think it's about time to break these two up. These two could definitely have a lot of singles, success. So yeah, honestly, break them up. So will Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair be booked for WWE SummerSlam as friends or as foes? This is another question that's kind of been floating around the wrestling entertainment, social media and stuff like that. A lot of people could see Jade going heel, Bianca being that babyface once again, but it would be kind of cool. It'd be kind of interesting to see if there's, for the have the shoe on the other foot, so like that kind of saying or whatever. But Bianca's always going to be a face. It's so hard. So hard, 1,010%. Obviously, she does have her show with Montez Ford, stepping into their real life, kids and stuff like that. So, the world of WWE loves her. I don't know. Obviously, you have Jade Cargill coming from AEW. She has definitely definitely the heart, definitely she has the creative mind to put on a really good wrestling match, even though, her talent obviously outweighs her opponents. She's able to kind of go inside that ring, kind of be a tactician, kind of manipulate the audience into thinking that, oh, like this is an actual match. Like this is actually pretty cool. Maybe they actually do have a chance against the bigger, stronger, faster, more athletic Jade Cargill. So definitely, think that she's good in terms of that. It would be interesting to see her win a championship. Obviously, they still have their rematch clause against the WWE World Women's Tag Team Champions. But yeah, it should be interesting to find out what happens with that. LA Knight still clearly chasing after Logan Paul, the United States champion. It's time. Since the month of November 2023, Logan Paul has only defended his championship twice. And, by all means, that has nothing to do with Logan. He's actually been pretty active on social media about it, saying WWE needs to have the United States Championship, competed more on PLEs because, it kind of diminishes the title. I don't, right now, I feel like with the title not being defended constantly, I feel like they're more or less kind of using the popularity of Logan Paul to, bring prestige to that title. So obviously, it kind of needs to be the other way around. The title needs to prestige the wrestler, kind of like when you saw Cody Rhodes finish his story, kind of like when you had Roman Reigns as the Universal Champion. Like, he was Roman Reigns, yes, but that championship, no one's ever done that before. When you think of Roman Reigns, you think of one of the longest reigning like it means something. It means something. And, like I said, it wasn't so much surrounded with him, but more or less the title in itself. So, definitely think they should do something tonight on SmackDown. Have not watched a single shred of social media, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter/X, Instagram. Don't have no idea. I have Raw, I have SmackDown taped right now, so I can't wait to watch it. So, yeah. All right, so Cody Rhodes needs an opponent for SummerSlam. There's a lot of speculation saying that Solo Sikoa is going to be the one, but in my opinion, I feel like it's way too fast. I feel like it's way too fast. I know Roman Reigns has not been seen since April. It's been about 3 or 4 months, heading for 4 months. But Solo, see, this is another thing also. Like Solo Sikoa before he became this tribal chief badass, I felt like he never really kind of had the accolades or kind of I don't know how to, like the confidence that the tribal chief needs to have to be able to cut good promos, to be able to get the fans absolutely pissed off as a heel. As a heel, Solo Sikoa is killing it, 1,010%. And him jumping in the ring with Cody Rhodes is kind of like one of those things where it's like, it's kind of a lose-lose. Like, first lose is you can have, you know, obviously Cody Rhodes is better than Solo Sikoa. You have Cody Rhodes retain the championship. People walk out of SummerSlam, they're like, that felt kind of forced. He didn't really, why did WWE do that? Should have had it stewed for a little bit. But if Solo Sikoa wins, thanks to like some outside interference, they're like, okay, now Solo Sikoa could only win because of he's not that strong. He's only there because of his family. He only got that tribal chief gig because Roman Reigns wasn't there. People will be like, okay, like this is so staged. This is so set up. Like, they put the title on Cody. They made us wait 2 years, 2 Royal Rumble wins to see Cody Rhodes hold the WWE Undisputed Championship. And then just in 3 to 4 months, you have him lose against someone on the WWE roster named Solo Sikoa, who has not really had any success as a high card match participant, has not really competed in any big crazy matches. After he beat John Cena at WrestleMania, he went on like I think it was like a 30 match or something like that. It was like a huge losing streak. And then all of a sudden Roman leaves and then he gets his family, the Tongans and stuff like that. Now he's, the shit. Or he's number one. So, definitely, WWE has to really be careful who they choose. My best bet would probably be Randy Orton. I feel like if, Randy Orton takes on Cody Rhodes, it kind of, they're in legacy together. Cody Rhodes Randy Orton is a huge part of who Cody Rhodes kind of ultimately became, and kind of gave Cody Rhodes the confidence to kind of, go out there and kind of do things on his own, because Randy saw Cody Rhodes' talent. At the time, WWE created with Vince McMahon, so obviously, they weren't really so high on the American Dream's son, the American Nightmare. So then Cody Rhodes went out. He went elsewhere. And like, kind of have it come full circle, kind of like the student becomes the teacher, kind of, so to speak. So definitely think that's absolutely, kind of crazy. Will Solo Sikoa make a challenge tonight? I'm not too sure. I feel like it'd be forced. I kind of don't want to see it. And, SmackDown ended last week with him urging Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes to take the tribal chief necklace off him and from him. So, I feel like that tag of the tribal chief right now kind of is a little more important than, in his eyes, than the WWE championship. I feel like he ultimately wants to win that championship and beat Cody Rhodes and just, kind of rub it in Roman Reigns' face. You know what I mean? Who's going to be the real tribal chief? All right, guys, do not go anywhere. We're going to touch on a Thursday Night Wrestling reviewer, me, your GSMC Wrestling Laureate, Laureate Podcast host, jumps into the world of Ring of Honor and TNA. So yeah, let's go ahead and do